And good morning, folks. It's your old pal, Uncle Al. Just did a Jack in the Box run because I had a coupon and I got uh, two two orders of tacos and the combo for a buttery jumbo jack. It came out to about $10. Yep, fast food has jumped. So here's some tricks. Don't get ice. Just fill up your, this is a 16 ounce, your cup with soda. Bring it home and use your own ice maker. You get more soda that way from a small. See, learn tricks. Big difference. Also, I scan around the area and I found a Visalia bus pass. And this is good until January. That expires January 20th. $50 bus pass. See that? So I can ride on the bus for free. You have to keep an eye on certain things, your location, how to scrounge, what foods you can find, what your neighbors have planted. So I always do that. And I learned that about a mile away from Jack in the Box, or less than a mile, is the new Sheriff's Administration office and next to fire. So that's a lot easier. And then the clinics and stuff and therapy, it's right across the street, so I'm pretty happy. So I won't get mugged or killed. It looks bad. Old man dies in front of Sheriff's Administration officers. Sheriff and police fail to respond. It looks really bad when that happens. Okay? Now, what I wrote notes. Wrote too many notes. Okay. Let's see what Bill Gates says. Number 10. Old Bill, like Bill Gates, despite the rumors and stuff, because he's hedge betting on a few things. Hopefully by December 2022, the end of the Red Dragon cycle. But let me give you a warning, folks, a serious one. Alpha Omega effect. Okay, this is known in the vaccine industry that the mutation fade away, or worse, gets stronger every time you jab here or jab there, or it will get stronger. So if you're strong enough, do take the vax. If not, don't. But stay away from people. Don't touch your nose, face, and eyes. Wear a mask. Stay 6 feet apart. Stay away from crowded areas. And make sure your local government knows what they're doing. Because a lot of these screw-ups and a lot of high infection rates is by local government and people not following the basic practices. Not wearing a mask, not touching their nose and eyes. When you go like this, it doesn't help people. Okay? So we have to be careful. Now, if it is a side effect, it'll probably show up in Alpha Omega probably in June, because we're going through the Omicron phase right now. I'm not a doctor or lawyer or politician. Uncle Alan has common sense. All right? So I understand what the doctor's talking about. I live with enough of those people and also play golf. So this is our big problem with it, folks. This might go into Alpha Omega. And when that does, you think Omicron's bad. This is worse. And no jabby will stop it. So Captain Crazy, if you're listening to old Uncle Al, start giving out medications and stuff that you thought, oh, it's poo-poo. If everybody, this is different. All right? This is common sense warning you people. Of course, common sense and the world doesn't go together. So I don't have any hope for stupid people. Number 9 by Bill Gates. Hey, Bill. It's good that they're starting programs to reduce CO2 and methane. Methane, not yet. They are recapturing carbon dioxide, either pumping it to the grounds or they're, whatchamacallit, putting it back into building structures. Because steel and concrete are the biggest carbon dioxide producers. Very little is done on, whatchamacallit, can't think of the word, on extraction. And some of Bill Gates' tech is doing for climate change to absorb CO2. Nobody have brought in, whatchamacallit, extractors, take moisture out of the air, take methane out of the air, take carbon dioxide, particulate matter. Nobody's building these structures. Okay, I thought they had a pilot plant, and I seen the remains of the pilot plant because it didn't get funding. What it did, it removed particulates out of the air. And everybody, oh, that's a waste of energy. I don't like it. I'm a Democrat. I vote against it. It's green tech, and they voted for it. That was back in the 70s and 80s, folks. Okay, so it's their fault. You have to get these condensers, that's the word I was thinking of, condensers in to remove this stuff out of the air. Okay? Another thing is everybody's yelling EVs, electric vehicles. That's fine, but there's 3 things wrong with that plan. You have to improve the power grid. The West Coast is the best for improvement. What sucks is, oh God, the rest of the country. Anything east of the Mississippi is a total disaster. That electrical system's over 100 and 125 years old or worse. We're talking electrical systems from 1890s, folks. All right? They have an upgrade. And plus, all these nuclear power hasn't switched to thorium. See, even India and Japan knows this, and they're going to be the superpowers, while America, like, hypersonic missiles? Dude! I swear to God, people are... Okay? So, also windmills. There's a problem with windmills. It wasn't designed correctly, those big bird-killing things. It costs more in recycling the damn propeller blades. Okay, it's a big pollutant. Only way you could get rid of it is make concrete out of it. And what concrete make? More CO2. So the benefits of that giant windmill slowly rotating around cuts the cost of your green energy. And you don't have any storage system or power banks. That's another tech we have failed. Lord, Uncle Al's getting tired. Now, cars are a problem, battery banks, current ones, lithium, rare metals. That's why everybody's trying to head to Central Asia, Kakistan, because people like, where's Kakistan? Make bad jokes about it. But it's what Russia don't want happen, and China's trying to get in there. You see, America's like, duh, somebody changed my diaper. Have no clue what's going on in the rest of the world. Okay? Now, right now it's a resource war, like you've seen in the Mad Max movies. But if everybody cooperates and behaves and not do the political crap, okay, what kills the world? Socialism and communism. What secondly kills the world? Uncontrolled capitalism. Nobody has common sense. All right? Climate change and state and local governments. This caused more trouble and more problems. America for a long time, see Captain Crazy, been living under the diesel punk age. Diesel punk age started in World War II and continued into the late 80s and early 90s. Okay, and then you have cyberpunk that took over. Okay, now diesel age is fine. You had a lot of horsepower. You got a lot of things done. Everybody was going along merrily, and they didn't see the future. Well, the future came back and bitch slapped you across the face. All right, now it's you have to whatchamacallit, modify diesel punk into smart punk. Cyberpunk was total failure. Go to college and get a degree. Any kind of degree. Dude. That didn't work out too well. We lost the muscle power while gaining brain power. And when you lose how to learn how to walk, I don't know how to walk, but I know how to do calculators and fall down a flight of stairs. I think something went wrong in the system, and I blame certain groups for political groups for it. Okay, number 8, medical tech. Within, let's say 4 years, you're going to see things leaps and jumps and bounds in medical tech. Right now, the problem is information transfer in medical tech. A lot of this stuff can be done at home and only a few short office visits. The rest of it is paperwork and clerical that screws up medical tech. And remember, folks, 20th century ends in 2026. It's the full start of the 21st century. This is why I keep telling people buy paper matches, because a lot of you can't strike flint and steel. Now, also, this is Flint and Steel Saturday. If you have flint and steel, practice it. Okay, number 7, which Uncle Al has to be careful of, is Alzheimer's disease. Okay, Bill Gates' father died from Alzheimer's disease. It's a horrible way to go. All right. It associates with a lot of things. If you have stroke, if you have dementia, you're on the path to that. And Alzheimer's is an ugly death, folks. All right. Nice thing is malaria deaths in infants and teenagers in developed countries are falling down because of malaria vaccine and simple common sense stuff like screens. You know, you put screens on your door and screens on your window. Less bugs get in, less bugs bite you. And a good green program to get rid of the insects in your local village helps a lot. All right. Number 5. Okay, let's go what we did already. Hopefully ended the red dragon by 2022. That's Mr. Gates' prediction. Climate change needs a lot of work, and he has no serious answers to that. Nobody does. MedTech, really good. He's on board. Not a problem, Bill. Except for clerical and information transfer, it's going to be your biggest headache. Alzheimer's disease, once we spot it early and we could develop vaccines and medications and stuff of it. I keep telling people it's old, tired blood that's re-replicated. If you have an Alzheimer's patient, once a week in a hyperbaric chamber under pressure with oxygen. That's one. Second step is to reprogram the old blood into new blood. And do not take young kids' blood and pump it back into you. It does not work. I have a couple of doctors and researchers trying this, and they have what, 30-40% failure? The Nazis tried it. The Soviets tried it. You know, the CCP tried it. It doesn't work. All right? Now, let's see. Metaverse. Remember I told you wireheads? It can be done, but there's a problem. It's also it's all in your brain, cerebral. The problem with the metaverse is you leave empty vacuum of muscle. And we're not talking about robots, but we'll have robots do everything. Not the fine work. Okay, they'll do a lot of things, but that's the main problem with the metaverse. And also the big problem with the metaverse, you might get hooked on it. Be the new heroin. So you have to be very cautious with it. I tell a lot of people instead of the goggles, best way is to go directly into the head. Let's see. Big government and business. The lack of trust. No kidding. We have a 24-hour news cycle. We have to stop this. No more news at certain periods of the social media and media cycle. Click off the news. Okay? And also, the FCC did a really crappy job of controlling yellow journalism is the best thing I could tell about it. And yellow journalism should go on to social media and stomp it really quick, or political, or politicizing, or brainwashing, like the CCP did it. You did a crappy job, guys. Okay? And now you have applications and AI's doing for you sloppy work. Okay? Political climate that rewards headlines, not action or substantial debate over the problem. This is an adult. People are going for everybody in America is masturbating for this. Hey, quick headlines. Stop doing that. Okay? The rise of social media. Social media is good, and also sometimes social media is bad. All right? The big bad part is spread of fake news and information, or incorrect information. In other words, you could cook these beans in 10 minutes and they'll be wonderful when you're eating rocks. Okay? Fake news. The moon is made out of green cheese and Tom and Jerry conquered it. Okay? We have to put a stop to this stupidness. All right? A lot of people, you either get half-truths, fake news, corruption, brainwashing. I like how the CCP said it. The CCP invented everything, and everybody is wrong. Okay? That has to stop. Or we end up like Russia, not the old Soviet Union, new players, and says, we're doing newspeak. All information of the past will be changed to fit our programming. No. Okay? YouTube. If you want to escape going to prison in YouTube, it should be more educational. And stop listening to the CCP unless you want to serve 5 to 10 years in a federal penitentiary or get chased by mobs of people trying to kill your butts. Okay? YouTube. A lot of people, even Bill Gates, like to watch YouTube. It's a fun pastime. All right, folks? But you can't trust YouTube. Its quality control is really bad. It's certain things you can learn on it, and certain things you have to be very suspicious of. All right? YouTube cannot replace hands-on knowledge. But I'm a type of people that learns how to see things. And then you're part of the million people that are below, I can't say the word because I got docked 5 hours, below that level, the I word or the M word. All right? Big thing on technology is online teaching. This is good for transferring information. The only bad thing about online training, it does not give you social skills. So we have to watch that. Online training can replace most of colleges. Okay? And you can get certified on a lot of things at home in your little study cubicle, just like this. All right? And I tell you how much to learn per day so you don't overload your brain and you don't be online zombie like you see at workplaces. Now, online businesses and online teaching is going to be the big thing in 2026. YouTube, it's going to be the same. It's going to be either for socializing between friends or it's going to be a moneymaker. YouTube, you have to make your mind on it. All right. If you want to be educational, that's fine. That'll give you a lot of money, but you cannot use it as a commercial platform to get money. Because if you do it wrong, a lot of people, a lot of CEOs, and a lot of staff members are going to federal prison. Okay, I do warn you. And if you invest in these companies, I would be screaming and hollering, asking, what the hell are they doing? All right? Your phone and your brain. We're going to have more synchronicity, that's the word, yeah, with the phone and your brain. So it'll tell you if your pulse rate's wrong or something's going on. You'll be hooked up with this portable computer, which is good. Now for criminals, this is bad because they know what you're doing and they say, yes, our phone user EVC is going to rob a bank. Please send police to pick them up. All right, but phone and brains is going to be a big step. All right, we don't want to follow the path of the alphas. And ladies, I have to warn you, it's a monoculture culture, and then I'll be talking that in the next part for Saturday, okay? For later on today. So we'll get this done, and that's Bill Gates' views of it. Hey, Bill, if you want, send Uncle Al a couple $100,000, and I'll help solve some of your problems. And remember, folks, you ran out of time. And I'll see you later. And remember, Uncle Alan's going to enjoy his meal for 2 reasons. I got a procedure on Monday, and I'm still arguing with a hospital about if something goes wrong, where you want to send the body. I already said that, and I already did the paperwork on it. So if I don't see you, you're one of the many hundreds of preppers and survivalists are getting sick, dying off, and passing away. All right? Our time is limited, folks, so use it wisely. Don't do something stupid. Watch Gil's channels. That's Camp Patton's Family Compound and Gray Man Prepping. Okay? And I'll see you later. Bye, folks.